Hey YouTube, it's MrUGOdude here with my Skull Servant deck. I'm looking for suggestions and pointers. Alright, so obviously I run 3 King of Skull Servants, 3 Nightmare. He's really good in here, especially considering I run cards that will remove play my own cards, like Lower Darkness. So, sometimes I use King of Skull Servant's effect to bring him back, just so, and remove play Lady in White, just so I can use Nightmare to special back that Lady in White. 3 Skull Servants, 3 Lady in White. When I have King of Skull Servants out in the field with a lot of attack and Lady in White in the field, it's almost impossible for me to lose. Oops. MrUGOdude. Run him in here for 2 reasons. 1, I can get him in the grave very easily, and 2, I just like the card in general. 2 Mr. Tomatoes. Usually I use the first tomato, search for the second, and then search with that one for the Sangan, and use Sangan to search for Morphing Jar. It thins out the deck, and gets me to my Morphing Jar. 2 Zombie Masters. He's actually very good in here. It's really obvious, because I send a monster card from my hand, special a level 4 lower zombie from my grave. So I'll be like, discard Skull Servant, and either give back King of Skull Servants. He's 1,000 attack higher than he was when he was sent to the graveyard, or a Lady in White to protect him. Or I could go for a Spirit Reaper, which now it's at 2, so run 2 of them. He also gains the effect of Lady in White. Lady in White, the immunity from Lady in White's effect. So he becomes slightly better. Not much, but slightly. Sangan, searching, usually for just Morphing Jar, but occasionally I will search out like a White Mare or whatever I really need in that situation. Snipe Hunter, he's really good, especially with combination of Morphing Jar, because of draw 5 and discard and target the entire field pretty much. And a really good thing about him is, even if they blow him up, I still have to pay the cost, which is usually what I want. On 2 Blood. One of my favorite combos with him is use Foolish, send him, and then special him back, and then second summon him, and summon something else from my hand using his effect. Plus, if you got crappy field, you can tribute one of the monsters for no blood. And finally, my favorite, Morphing Jar. I like to use Morphing Jar in combination with card destruction, because I make them discard their hands, draw 5, and discard 5, and then draw 5 more. Run Call. Let's say just for whatever situation. Usually they like to blow it up while it's face down, and I usually just chain it for Sangan. Search 3 Fiend Comedians. Most people don't know what that does, but Torrential Tribute. Gravity Vine. Escape from the Dark Dimension. Sorry. Like I say, if I use King of Skull Servant's effect and I special him back when he's from my battle, I can move and play Lady in White, and then I use this special her right back to the field. And of course, Mirror Force. And then on spells we have Reasoning. Really good in this deck, because people assume they should just call 1, because quite a few cards in the deck are 1-star. But even if they get it right, it gets me a Skull Servant or White Mare in the grave, or occasionally King of Skull Servants. Monster Gate, I like to use this in combination with Morphing Jar. I can flip Morphing Jar, draw in a bunch of cards, and I have set Monster Gate, or I draw into Monster Gate, and I use it on him, so I don't have a weak power monster in that position. Card Destruction. A lot of people run Magical Mallet nowadays, and Card Destruction is a lot better in this deck because I'm getting rid of Skull Servants and whatnot. Into the Void, get a draw card, and then in a turn I discard my entire hand. Also really good in this deck. I actually need another one, if anyone has one. Allure. Great draw power, and see, you think removing from play would be a bad thing, but if you run White Mare at 3, you can special the card right back. If it's a King or a Lady in White. If it's a White Mare or a King or just a regular Skull Servant, you can return to the graveyard. 2 Veil Darkness. During your draw phase, if you draw a dark monster, you can reveal it and send it to the graveyard to draw one more card. With how many dark monsters are on here, it's really great. You know, draw into Necrogarna, discard, Skull Servants, especially with all the revival power I have in this deck. Foolish, like I say, for whatever, like a Foolish of Blood or any other monster, and then have one of my mini revival cards, special them right to the field. 1 for 1, obviously. If you have like a Skull Servant in the hand, use 1 for 1, send Skull Servant, special out King, use up 1,000 attack. Run Dark Eruption 2. I need another super rare. Usually I recycle like Tomato or Sangan, but occasionally I recycle like White Mare. Mystiques, and you always need some destruction. Run Book of Life at 3. Essentially a Monster Reborn in this deck. Then there's of course Monster Reborn. Run 2 Lightning Vortex. First of all, you have to discard for it, which you need in this deck, and usually they get something out that I just can't get around, especially with the people I duel at school. Swords for stall power and level limit, because you know King is 1 star, and so all their high attack power monsters just a defense, and he gets right over it. Alright, let me know what you think.